It's time for regional Final Fours in high school basketball. Let's jump into the highlights. Class D North semis. Number 3 Wisdom, number 7 Katahdin Pioneers with the early lead. It's Ava Lerman from the baseline. Then Emma Susi splits the Cougar defenders and kicks it out to Lerman for 3. 8-7 Wisdom after 1. Katahdin's Mackenzie Landry defers to Shelby Libby, and she cashes in. 15-12 Pioneers at the half. Cougars come alive. Ayanna Lester completes the steal and score. Katahdin takes a 33-24 lead into the fourth. Landry gets free in the corner, deep 2 for a double-digit lead. Cougars use that 21-9 third quarter 17 from Hunter Hartsgrove to pull the upset over Wisdom 42-34. Second Class D North semi, number 1 Southern Aroostook, number 4 Jonesport Beals. Allie Shields helps the Warriors to a 22-11 halftime lead with a 3. SA pressure to start the third. Hannah McGarry tosses to Cammie Shields after a steal. Royals find a spark when Mary McDonald digs this out for Mia Mills to hit the 3. Then Michaela Merchant finds her way through the lane for Jonesport Beals. 42-19 Warriors through 3. They just know how to win. Olivia Ellingwood for 3. It will be Southern Aroostook and Katahdin for the D North title after the Warriors' 57-35 win over the Royals. C North semis, number 3 Fort Fairfield, number 7 Mount View. Noah Hurd was the Mustangs' sharpshooter last round. Now he passes to Wyatt Bennett underneath. Back comes Fort Fairfield. Caden Alo on the run to Ethan Willard for 2, and then Willard and Micah Daigle tiptoe the baseline. Daigle on the reverse. 15-8 Tigers after 1. Mustangs take it away. Stuart Knowlton helps Mount View to a 32-23 halftime lead. The Mustangs open up a 49-30 lead through 3. Ben Osborne and Wyatt Evenson keep the good times rolling. Mount View is going to the Class C North Championship as a 7 seed with its 66-40 victory over Fort Fairfield. Second C North semi, number 1 Callis, number 5 Hodgdon. Blue Devils with a second quarter lead. Jeremy Turner ahead to Kaysen Dana. Turner with another feed into the paint, this time to Caden Small. Here come the Hawks. A cross-court pass to David Tuttle for 3 on the left wing. Then on this trip down the court, Tuttle lets Brody Little have it. He sticks with it and scores over Callis. Blue Devils salted away after a short Hodgdon surge. Frank Miliano goes right down Broadway. Callis will meet Mount View for the Class C North crown with a 42-27 win over Hodgdon. Girls, Class C North semis, number 2 Fort Kent, number 3 Penobscot Valley. Howlers jumped out in front quickly in the first half. Brooklyn Raymond and Ellie Austin up the court before Riley Moulton buries a 3 in the corner. Warriors pass intercepted. Ashlyn St. Cyr runs away and lays it in. 31-6 Penobscot Valley at the half. PV is not stopping. Austin flies through for 2. Then she finds Moulton up ahead again for another bucket. Then Fort Kent's Mia Voisin gets the Warriors into double digits with 1:27 left in the third. The Howlers roll on to the Class C North final 55-12. C North number 1 Dexter against number 4 Mattanock Academy. Callie Goudreau with the drive and a scoop shot extends the Tigers lead. Addison Sear with the bucket and the foul for Mattanock. Then Abigail Corson with the 3 for the Tigers, who extend the lead to 10 points. Dexter's Hannah Dean working hard on the boards later on with this rebound and then the putback. The Tigers will move on to the regional final 42-27 over the Lynx. D South semifinal, Waynfleet taking on Forest Hills, end of the first quarter. Sarah Levinson, corner jumper for Waynfleet. Flyers up 19-1. The Flyers continue to pull away in the second. Lydia Berkness to Lauren McNutt Gerard. Flyers get out on the fast break, and Maeve Michtenberg finishes it. She had 13 for Waynfleet. Then Lucy Hart out ahead to McNutt Gerard. She had a game-high 17 points. Then Hart, a steal, and then a layup. She had 13 points, 9 steals, and 9 assists. It's the Flyers' night. Waynfleet 52, Forest Hills 26. Southern D girls semis, top seed Valley and Greenville. Cavaliers build a first quarter lead. Kirsten Bigelow with the 3-pointer. Then Brianna Mills Passing to Riley Clark for 2. 21-8 Valley after 1. They extend the lead in the second. Liana Hartwell goes to the hoop. Nola Mason had a big game for Greenville. She finished with 16 points and 19 rebounds. Valley pours it on in the fourth. Madeline Hill hits the 3. She had 19, and then Bigelow with another 3. She also had 19. Cavaliers moving on. It's Valley 63, Greenville 27. C-South semis, number 2 Halldale and number 3 Richmond. Izzy Stewart spots up and knocks it down from mid-range for the Bobcats. On the other end, Halldale works it out to Lucy Gray at the top of the key for 3. Bulldogs kick it out to the corner. Hayden Medore is there for another tray. Then the Bulldogs bounce it inside to Tori Tibbetts. She puts it up and in. The Bulldogs are going to the regional final, 48-23 over the Bobcats. C-South, number 1 North Yarmouth Academy, number 4 Madison in the other semi. Reagan Cowan gets free in the corner and doesn't miss. Then it's JC Moody in the lane for the Bulldogs. Another bucket coming for Moody, and Cowan with the assist. Panthers trying to get back into it. Emily Robbins in the paint and has the bucket, but Madison knocks out number 1 NYA 47-37 to advance to an all Bulldogs final with Halldale. Number 3 Monmouth and number 7 Halldale boys. Bulldogs would build a lead. Eben Austin, the 3 in transition. Bulldogs by 7 after 3. Mustangs on a run to start the fourth. Sammy Calder, the steal plus the hoop and the foul. Lead down to 1. Nick Brown, the 3 for Halldale. Bulldogs up 57-50. Mustangs respond with a 9-0 run. Jacob Harmon inside to tie it. Then Calder would go inside for 2, and Monmouth Academy had the lead. Other way, Nick Brown for 3, and the game would go to overtime, tied at 60. In OT, Calder inside to Lucas Harmon. Mustangs take the lead, and then Harmon dishes off to Calder. He had a game-high 35. The Mustangs advance with a 73-67 victory over Halldale. Top seed Mount Abram taking on Carabec. Roadrunners jump out to a lead. Logan Doobie in the corner for 3. Got it. Moments later, Peyton Mitchell with the corner 3, then 2. Start of a big day for him. The Cobras trying to stick around. Desmond Robinson hits the 3 from the wing, but the Roadrunners really get out in transition. Mitchell to Cam Gray for the layup. He had 14. The Roadrunners cruise to a 70-33 win and a regional title game spot. Meanwhile, Portland, Windham, Scarborough, and Gorham are the AA boys Final 4. We're all geared up for regional finals starting up tomorrow.